Hi there. Well, this might be the longest of the videos in the Welcome to Class module. But what I'm going to explain is how we work two platforms in this class, one being Canvas and your other one being your Pearson account. All right, so we're going to start with your Canvas. Now, once you get into your modules, here we're in the Welcome to Class module. And, I want to talk again down here. This is where we're at right now is how to use Pearson in MyMathLab and Canvas. And then make sure again that you read through this as well. All right, so this is where we're at. Once you've done all of those, then, from then on, you'll be looking at these right here, which these are all the modules. This is it. We'll go pretty fast. Let's talk about week 1 and 2. So we'll click on this. Whenever you click on a module, the first thing that you're going to see is information, for that week. Week 1, actually, it should be week 1 and week 2, and I should probably change that to week 1 and 2. Please read. So you click it. And what I have for you, and this is on each module for each of these weeks, except for this first one is 2 weeks, is, I kind of tell you what to expect, some things that you need to get done. The assignment Pearson orientation found in Pearson MyMathLab must be completed by August 30th. And this is for the census for the class. I have to turn it into the registrar. They want to make sure that you're attending the class. And some people just get a Pearson account and that's it. But you have to do an assignment in the Pearson account in order to be counted as attending the class. So, make sure you do that. Then, start the chapters 1 and 2 assignments in Pearson. We're going to talk about that in detail. Watch the video lessons found in your Canvas shell if you need help. I'll show you how to do that. Download the Respondus Lockdown browser. I'll talk to you about that when we get into Pearson. And then pay attention to due dates and plan accordingly. All right, so again, that's going to be information for the week. Every week you'll have that. So again, pay attention because sometimes, there's a video I'll say, hey, I think there's one video I forgot to include a washer. And so I had to redo that problem. And so I wanted to, kind of warn you, make sure you watch it till the end since I had forgotten, just little details like that. Okay, so let's go back. All right, so that's information. Now, here's the very first assignment I'd like for you to do. This is your homework, Pearson orientation. Now, when you click on any homework here in this first week, it's not a direct link to that exact homework assignment. What these are is this is a link to get you to the Pearson platform. And from there, when you click these, you have to get to the assignment. And I'll explain how to get to the assignment once you're in Pearson. So if you were to, let's go ahead and click it. It takes you to this. And, so then you would click this MyMathLab link. Sometimes you get a little error message and because oh, you didn't. All right. And so you can sign in. I don't remember seeing this, but you can sign in to your MyMathLab. And then from there, you can get to your assignments. And we'll be talking about that here. But I just wanted you to realize that when you're in your modules, it's not a direct link to the exact assignment. It's just a link to Pearson. And I think it's easier just to bookmark Pearson on your computer and just use that and just go to that. So anyways, this first assignment is the one I was talking about. It must be completed by the due date to stay in the class. Because if you don't do this one, I'm going to tell the registrar you're not coming and they'll drop you from the class. So it's important that this assignment has like 6 quick questions. It's not a lot. So it's going to take you maybe 5-10 minutes max to get this done. And it's due August 30th. Now, this right here is something that will not occur in any of the other weeks. And what this is Respondus is a lockdown browser that I use for the exams. And you will need to install that on your computer. And once it's installed, you're good for the rest of the semester. So here, this is a video on how to install Respondus for the exams. I mean, you've got a couple weeks, but don't wait until the night the exams due to try to install this in case you have some issues. Here's a 1-question practice exam for you to try. It's optional. It's not going to count towards your grade or anything, but you might want to try this just to make sure that you have downloaded Respondus correctly. All right. So these two will also need to be done soon. Again, doesn't take you very long, but it's worth your while to do this and not wait until the night of the test. Okay, now the main reason we use Canvas are for these lesson links. These links get you to my YouTube channel and get you to this exact lesson. So you can do the homework assignments. You can start the homework assignments in your Pearson. You don't even have to go to Canvas because Pearson's got all the list of homework assignments, and when they're due, you can just use Pearson. But if you're doing a homework assignment and you're having some issues and some questions, you can come back to Canvas and I go through the lesson for this section. And you can just here, let's click it. So when you click this, it gets you to that exact lesson on my YouTube channel, and you can click it and watch it. All right, so that might be helpful for some people. Some of these, you may say, I don't need this, but some of you will. Just all depends on your math background. But I want you to know that I made a video lesson for every section that we are going to be doing. And if they're a tough section, I also go through some of the homework. In like chapter 4, I think it was, where I actually go through each of the problems in the homework assignment, and that might help you as well. So again, Canvas, video links to each of the lessons, and a link that will get you to the Pearson platform. That's mainly what we use Canvas for. Your grade is not found in Canvas, and I inevitably get somebody that says, hey, where's my grade in Canvas? Well, it's not. It's going to be found in Pearson. So you're going to pretty much be in Pearson only unless you need help, well, with your lessons, or you also need to read the information for the week. And that's it. And then you've got the lessons. And then you know, homework, and then you have the exam. And the due dates are right here, if that helps. You know, you can use your calendar in Canvas if you want to, but really, you know, that most of the stuff is going to be in Pearson. So let's go to Pearson. So you clicked on one of these and you're going to end up in Pearson. And let's see. Okay, I already signed in. You know, you sign into Pearson, and a box, you're only going to have one box. One box will show up. It'll look like this, and you click on that box. And we're going to do that. And then I'm going to have to go to student view. I think I've published. Let me see. I'm hoping that we're going to do student view. All right, so yours will look something like this. You won't have as many tabs over here on the left. But here's your student view. This is actually just a 2-week. You can go over here and make it a month, which I suggest that you do. This right here, for some reason, on the 18th, you got all these dots. That's when I opened up the assignment. That's the date I opened them up, but it's not the date they're due. So you might want to, you know, ignore this 18th. And your this blue dot means that on the 30th, you have something due. Now, you don't have to use the calendar to navigate to the homework. What you can do is if you scroll down, here's Pearson orientation. This is the date I opened it, but it's due August 30th. And once you do it, you can see your score. Over here is how many questions. Now, you're going to panic because some of these, if you look here, there's 32 questions. But these, they're usually pretty easy. Most of these assignments shouldn't take more than an hour at the most. Some of them will only take 15 minutes for some of you, but don't let the number of questions deter you from doing the assignment, because some of these are pretty easy. So let's see. So if you were to click on like Pearson orientation, it will take you to that assignment. Here's your optional practice test. You can click on it. So you can just kind of move your way down here with these assignments and click on them and get them done. You can always save them and come back. And what we're going to do is we're going to click on an assignment, and I'm going to show you exactly, how that might look. But before I do that, I wanted to show you this welcome to my math lab, because if you have problems, here's another video that they have done on how to enter answers. So if you're having difficulty entering your answers correctly, you can always look at this video as well. These are just announcements that I've made, a welcome to class. That you should get an email when I do an announcement, but there's your first one. That's a first announcement that I have. Let's go ahead and click on an assignment, and you don't have to go in order. So we're going to click on, let's see, this one, right? Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you is Pearson, you have to allow pop-ups. You have to allow pop-ups. If you have just a PC in the in this URL, I don't know, this would be called bar. Sometimes there's a red dot that occurs, and if you click on it, you can allow pop-ups. If you have a Mac, I'm sorry, you'll have to figure that out. I don't have a Mac. My daughters all had Macs and they were able to figure it out, but it's really important that you allow pop-ups. Okay, I got that done. Let's see. Let's just click on an assignment here. We'll just do this one. Okay, you've got 32 questions. You don't have to go in order. You can click with the first one. And I'm going to talk about some of the things and the helpful things that Pearson does for you to help you answer questions. Let's see. I don't know what question one's like. Let's see if it's a good one to explain things. No, I don't want that one. Let's see. Let's go on. Right up here, you can go to the next question. This doesn't have the tabs. Yes, this one does. All right, so here's a question. Choose the correct answer below. And you can write a word name for, and this is 5 million. All right. Now, Pearson, you get 3 attempts on each problem. If you answer it wrong 3 times in a row, it counts it wrong, but it gives you an opportunity for 3 more times. And you can just keep doing this again and again until you get it right and you can get a perfect score. So exactly what does this mean? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 attempts where it's wrong. So I'm going to say 5,000, and you check answer down here. That's incorrect. And sometimes I'll give you some hints that you can read as to why. Okay. So let's do 5 trillion. Still wrong. But let's check it. See, it says try again. Okay. Let's do the 5 billion. And now you've got a final check. And so you do have it wrong, and it says you can do a skill builder, which we don't want to do. It should have said similar question. I don't necessarily want to do a skill builder. So we'll get out of that. I would not do the skill builders, leave that. Uh-oh. So it counted it wrong. Let's go back to it. Hopefully it was not going to make you do the skill builder. No. Don't do the skill builder. Similar question, is how you can repeat it and get a perfect score. And it told you it's 5 million. So it gives you the right answer. Yeah, I don't do the skill builder. So you do a similar question, click similar question, and you can try it again. And this time sometimes it changes the number, but in this case it did. So we've got 5 million. So we'll do 5 million, check your answer, excellent. Notice over here it was marked red, which was wrong. So then it says excellent, we got it right this time. We did similar question and allows you to repeat it. See, now it's green, it's right. So you can get 100% on every homework assignment by doing similar question and starting again. All right, now then, the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is down here. This is called Help Me Solve This. If you click on this, it will go through how to do this question step by step. And then it'll give you a new question. I'll start all over again. We don't normally use this. View an example is what we normally use. So, if you click a view an example, it gives you an example and it kind of talks you through it. You know, for large numbers, you know, you have commas that separate them. You can keep pressing continue and it keeps kind of walking you through that. And so, you know, the name of the largest period in the number, you've got ones, thousands, millions, billion. It's in the billions. And so it talks about the word is 8. And so then here, there's your 8 billion, and you're done. You can close it and answer the exact same question that they had here. So this is helpful. It's also helpful because if you think that your answer's right, and Pearson keeps counting it wrong, you can view an example to see how to enter your answer, because sometimes you're entering it incorrectly. It's not that your answer is wrong, it's just that Pearson doesn't like the way you've entered it. So if you can view an example, that can help as well. All right, so and when you do that orientation assignment, that's kind of what it's for, is to help you enter answers. But I wanted to talk to you about these tabs down here and what they're used for. And don't do the skill builders. All right. I mean, you know, you can. I'm not going to say don't, but you don't have to. All righty. So then leave. Okay. I'm going to cancel. You can save this and come back to it later. And you can always go back to a wrong answer and try it again. All righty. So you can save it. Sometimes it saves it automatically, but now you're back to here. And you can go to different questions, and your current score is 3.13%. And so great. Oh, also late submission. I count 10% is deducted from questions after the due date. So for your homework, if you're past the due date, I will deduct 10%. For tests and exams, I do not deduct I don't deduct anything. And that was in that welcome to class at the very end, you know, how do you do homework and tests? I explain that in there. But it does tell you that the questions that you complete before the due date, you get all credit. But after the due date, it subtracts 10%. All righty. So that's one way to get to. Now you can go to assignments over here. You have an assignments tab, and it'll list the assignments. And let's see, this one we can see our score if you wanted to scroll over to see that. I'd have to collapse that one. So, but you can get your homework with the assignments. It's got the due date over here on the left. You've got, you can see your score if you want to so far. And there's your exam. You got 2 attempts on every exam, 150 minutes. Hey, if these exams take you quite a while, contact me. I can always increase that, because I'm not interested in how fast you can do things. I just kind of stuck a limit in there. So just let me know. But that's kind of how you get to the homework. So you can do assignments for the homework. You can go back to an assignment at any time and redo missed problems or start it or whatever. Now, the student grade book over here, the student grade book, there's a couple of things that you can do with the student grade book. It'll tell you the homework. It'll tell you your grade in the class. And then you can also go back and you can review without changing your score. So if you go to the grade book and you want to review some problems, but you don't want to miss them, like if you go to an assignment and you redo it, it may count it wrong. But you can go to the student grade book, you can hit review, and you can go through problems without changing your score. So we're going to hit review, and it says you are reviewing your homework. Any work you do here will not change your score. So you don't want to go here thinking you're going to get 100%. You have to go to assignments for that. The student grade book just allows you to review problems, and that might help you in some of your other classes because we all use Pearson. So now you can just kind of get used to navigating Pearson. Some other things over here, which I like, is the e-text. So the book is embedded. It's an ebook and it's embedded in here, and you can go to certain chapters like chapter 1. If you're having trouble with section 1.2, and you can watch lecture videos. You can actually read the e-text. It'll go to that page, that section in the ebook. Hopefully it's not gonna take too long to load. Yay. And so here's the page for what, that section was looking at, and then you can navigate, you can go to the next page. So the ebook is embedded in the e-text. Okay. Another thing that's real nice with this is, let's see if I can find it, study plan. The video and resource library. All right. If you don't like the way I'm teaching a section, even in future math classes, if you miss, a date that, if you're supposed to be in class, another math class is not online, you can go to this video and resource library. You can say, okay, I was gone chapter 2, I missed section 2, and you can select all and find now, and it gives you resources for that section. You can watch some videos. If you didn't like the way I taught it, you thought, oh, there's got to be an easier way. You can come here and look at some information that they have on that section and how to solve the problems. So that's also there. So Pearson does have some positive things. The negative, obviously, is entering your data, which kind of takes some time. So I'm hoping that, when you do that orientation, that you'll kind of figure that out. And if for some reason you're having some issues entering data, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I'd be happy to help you out. Wow, that was a quick overview. So I'm hoping that that kind of explains a few things and at least gets you started. You guys are usually a lot better at technology than I am. But please don't stress about anything. If you have any other questions, please let me know. All right. Thank you, and have a great day. And I'm going to get this published.